on what's a good policy for the state of Florida to be able to embrace. And as we've been trying to consider the challenges the state of Florida has, and one of the biggest ones that I say is dealing with Mother Nature. Mother Nature loves the state of Florida, and every once in a while she's going to throw us a curve with a hurricane. It's not if, it's when one comes. So, you know, thinking about the single biggest investment any Florida family will ever make is their personal residence. And how do we enhance and strengthen the value and partner on behalf of the state of Florida with those Florida families? So that's what brings us here to PGT today, and right here in their Tampa factory. Very impressive. They do a vinyl window product here. About 500 employees are working, and I'm walking inside, and of course I got my safety goggles on. There over 260 days without an injury here. That's quite a testament when you're talking about real manufacturing with real tools. But as I'm walking inside, I'm thinking, man, it's so bright and it's just pleasant in there. And I forgot we're in a window factory. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense that you have such an inviting, you know, quality environment to increase the morale, productivity, everything goes on with it. So we got some great guests here to join us here today, but one is my good friend Jeffrey Jackson, who's the president CEO of PGT Innovations. But I know we all love living in the great state of Florida. Everybody here standing up here is a part of this incredible economy that we have here in the state. And this is why it was so important to me. At the CFO's office, we do a lot of things regarding insurance. We regulate all our insurance agents in the state. We also deal with insurance fraud, and then we work as a cabinet in order to manage the insurance commissioner's office, and then we work with the legislature. And look, we have been facing a hardening insurance market. I'm not telling anybody here what they don't already know. This market is a rich market. We've got 900 people a day moving to the state of Florida, and I think one of the most powerful forces for good in the state is home ownership. When you have a home, you think about all the great things that go along with it. When somebody owns their first home, a lot of good things happen. One is they start realizing they got real bills to pay. They show up to work. They become a part of their community. And then they start thinking about this investment that they're paying into, you know, and they got a mortgage and the insurance and property taxes. It makes them a living, breathing part of that community, and they want to protect their investment. So that's exactly what brings us here today. So this is a historic, huge, I never dreamed we'd be able to say this. This is a historic $462 million tax incentive package. Yeah, y'all give a round of applause. To make improvements, $462 million, partnering with the state over the next 2 years to make improvements on windows, doors, and garage doors. And you think about the importance of this. My hometown is Panama City, Florida, where a Category 5 storm named Hurricane Michael made landfall. And, you know, I saw firsthand where those homes that did have the impact rated windows and doors in place, they survived. In Mexico Beach, there was literally a house that was on one side of the road on pylons. And when we get down to Mexico Beach, it was on the other side of the road. Literally, this house floated from one side of the road to the other, simply floating on the storm surge. And it was amazing, you know, I mean, but because that bubble was intact, the contents of that house were okay. Now granted, you're going to have fun moving it back to where it was, but to say the point of you can protect that bubble, if you can help that roof stay down, all that makes a house that is less susceptible to damage when Mother Nature does strike. So this program will start July 1. So as you start preparing to make that investment, you'll need to work with a licensed Florida contractor. You know, the great thing about it is, as I was telling Jeff, this is kind of unique. Look, Jeff wasn't the inspiration for this, but what gets me excited is this is the state of Florida giving incentive to our citizens by giving their buying power back, and those dollars, 100% of them in this particular case, could stay right here in the state of Florida. And that's a great win-win for the taxpayers, the job creators, the folks that employ these incredible, you know, ingenuity, hardworking folks right here in the state. So I'll give you a quick example. So Wall Street Journal recently did a report. They did an interview with a family from Melbourne, Florida. And this Melbourne, Florida had a licensed contractor came out, and I'm going to give you a little bit of education about this program. The licensed contractor came out, replaced all the windows and doors with impact-related windows and doors. So they spent about $3,000. Now, we passed a home inspection program years ago in the legislature where you hire a certified home inspector to do a windstorm, and this is real important, windstorm mitigation inspection. You pick up the phone, call your insurance agent, they will put you in touch with one of these inspectors. If you can make these improvements on your house, you have this inspection done on your house, a certified report is then produced. That report then turned over to your insurance company by Florida law has to generate a discount if the improvements were not noted originally on your policy. So this is a real win-win. We're giving you incentive from the state of Florida to harden that bubble. We're giving you incentives to strengthen the single biggest investment you'll ever make in your lifetime. That's your house. And then once you do this windstorm mitigation inspection report, generate a report that hopefully in turn will generate the discounts that you deserve by this. In the case of this particular family in Melbourne, they spent about $3,000 on the investments. Their insurance premiums went down $3,000. So their particular investment was a net zero for them, and they strengthened their home in the end of the day. So in addition, I love to thank Governor Ron DeSantis. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for the leadership of our governor being so supportive of this particular program and the Florida legislature. Now, here's the last kicker that I want to talk to y'all about. As we had this past special session, there was a program called the My Safe Florida Home Program. This particular program put about $150 million aside for a partnership where if you'll go to preparefl.com, more of the details will pop up there where you will actually be able to apply for grant dollars from the state. Ultimately, between the sales tax savings and grant dollars, we're going to put $612 of taxpayers' resources, your dollars, back in your pockets in order to strengthen your home. So we realize sales tax is great, but you know what? For those families that are going to meet the criteria, this is literally the state of Florida partnering with you to put real dollars back into your home, up to about $10,000 per household. So this is all in hopes to create predictability in your insurance market in the state of Florida, hopefully driving it down. And with the assistance of the Florida legislature this past session, we will hopefully be on the road soon enough to lower insurance rates in the state of Florida, with the kicker of having a tougher home here. So I want to bring up my buddy Jeff. This is a real pleasure to be able to join you and your team here at PGT. And again, thank you all for joining us here today. Jeff?
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jimmy, and good morning, everyone. My name is Jeff Jackson. I'm the President and CEO of PGT Innovations. Welcome to our facility. As Jimmy pointed out, we have an incredibly clean plant behind us. He and I took a quick tour and gave him a little window orientation. And I'm 206 days without any accidents. That's an incredible statement. And Don behind me, Bain, Matt, we have a few of our plant leaders. It's up to them to do that, and they've done an incredible job. So thank you guys for making that happen. First, thank you, Jimmy, for your leadership. This has been an issue, an opportunity to be able to address a major issue in the state of Florida, both from preparing homes and the insurance savings that's potential, as Jimmy has noted. I want to take, I think it was approximately 2 years ago that Jimmy and I first met, and we were talking about this initiative. And, I was thinking, hey, Jimmy, we got this sales tax holiday for preparedness. You can buy batteries, generators, water, tarps. Why not homes? Why not incent the Florida homeowner to harden their homes from these devastating storms? It just makes sense. And lo and behold, after a couple of years, Jimmy got behind it this year really hard. And like he said, worked with the Florida legislature, which I actually want to thank a couple of members of that team as well. To be honest with you, we couldn't have done it without Chair Rep. Bobby Payne, Chair Ana Maria Rodriguez. Our local Senator Joe Gruters has been an incredible supporter of PGT over time. And both our state House reps, Tommy Gregory and Will Robinson, they really came through for us as well, working with Jimmy to get this legislation passed. And we're just proud, to be hosting this press conference here in our Tampa facility. This is our Tampa facility, our New South brand. You can see the brands around you. New South Window Solutions is part of the PGT Innovation family of brands. We are actually the largest window and door company in the state of Florida. We employ over 5,500 people and have over 23 facilities spread throughout the U.S. We're actually also in Phoenix, Arizona, as well as Clovis, California, with facilities there too. But mainly here in Florida. This is where we got our roots. PGT was founded 42 years ago, just down the road in Venice. To be honest with you, we live by 3 key pillars, and that's serving, leading, and thriving. How do we serve? We serve our dealers by making innovative products. We serve our homeowners by making products that save their lives and save their property, their valuables. And we service our employees by providing jobs here in Florida at a good wage and good benefits. Serving, leading, how do we lead? We're the innovative leaders. We came up with the first impact-resistant product. I don't know, a lot of you probably don't remember, but back in 1992 when Hurricane Andrew devastated Homestead and devastated the Miami area, that was the genesis for the building codes we all live under today. And like the home Jimmy described, that home wouldn't even have been a bubble had it not been for the Florida legislature passing codes to require homes be built strong to withstand these devastating storms. And we've seen the impact of those devastating storms. Our employees live in the areas we serve. Remember, we are a Florida-based company. Our products are made by Floridians for Florida weather conditions. And so we know firsthand how this works. We've seen the devastation. And to be honest with you, part of that serving, leading, thriving, the thriving part, we want to thrive and be innovative so we can provide jobs for our great state, so we can grow as a company. But also, how do we serve? We also serve our community, and I think this is very important. Every corporation needs to take their own step in serving the community. And how do we do that? Every time there's been a disaster here at the state of Florida, we've rolled in trucks to help. Those trucks carrying generators, tarps, waters, batteries, supplies, much needed. We went up to, when Michael hit the Gulf Coast, we had PGT trucks rolling in there with volunteers from our company delivering supplies. When Hurricane Irma went through Marco Island into Naples, we had trucks rolling down to help the people out, whether it's chainsaws, cutting tree limbs, moving debris, or just giving them water. Actually, over the last 5 years, PGT Innovations has donated over $1.3 million in relief efforts just in the last 5 years to help our Florida citizens. So again, we're in this together. And I can't tell you how big of a bill this really, the impact this can really have on the average Florida home. If you really step back and think about it, what the state of Florida just granted is a break in price to let a homeowner now go out and buy product, put it in their home that's going to be there forever, and increase the value of that home. That home's probably the average person, that's their #1 asset. So why not protect it? And again, if your home's protected, maybe you don't have to evacuate and get stuck in the 6 million people that tried to leave Florida that one hurricane when it couldn't make up its mind where it was going to hit. So again, I couldn't be more humble to say, Jimmy, thank you. Thanks to Governor Ron DeSantis as well. Governor, good friend, he signed this legislature, signed this bill, making it happen as well, and provided the leadership for this to happen. Florida is lucky to have leaders such as Jimmy. So thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Now I'd like to call up Bob Keller. He's our Senior VP of Sales. He's going to say a few more words.
Thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Mr. Patronis, for the opportunity to have this meeting here today to really talk about the tremendous benefits of the bill that the Florida State Legislature passed and Governor DeSantis signed into law. As has been mentioned, the storms in Florida have caused tremendous devastation over the years. A period of time between 2016 and 2020, it's estimated that storms cost almost $400 billion worth of damage to the state. And as Mr. Patronis mentioned, it's had an amazing impact on the insurance industry in Florida. And as a way for PGT Innovations to really be a part of this community, we partnered with not only the state, but industry leaders and Miami-Dade County when the first building codes were established to provide home hardening opportunities and products to protect the home from these storms. We were the first company to generate a full suite of products here in the state of Florida. As Jeff mentioned, all of our impact products are made by Floridians here in the state of Florida. And even more so, it goes beyond that. Not only does it impact the workers that we have in the factories, there are hundreds of dealers and installers throughout the state of Florida that will also be impacted by this legislation in every county in the state. So not only can a homeowner help harden their homes, they can also help improve the economy in the state of Florida. And we couldn't do it without those installers and without those tremendous dealers that we have throughout the state. Those partners are the ones that deal directly with our homeowners, help them understand their specific situations, and carry the brands that we have throughout the state to the homeowners. Over the years, we've continued to try and innovate our brands to ensure that we provide the best home protection that we possibly can for homeowners and families. And we are proud to say that our products have withstood the storms that have come through Florida and have protected those families. But not only is there benefits in storm protection, homeowners get the benefits, as we mentioned, in insurance premiums. They also get benefits in improved energy efficiency, lower energy bills. It also adds tremendous protection for your home from intruders and people trying to do harm to your property. And an extra benefit, it also improves the sound quality and reduces the noise in your home so that you can enjoy your family in the comfort of your home. Right now is an amazing time for families in the state of Florida to be able to invest in their home. And the great part about this is it's not something that you have to run out tomorrow and do in the next week. The foresight of the state government to provide a 2-year window for this bill to be intact allows the industry and our dealer network to take the demand from the homeowners over the next 2 years and really service them properly and get the products into the homes in a way that doesn't cause shocks to the challenged supply chains that we've all heard about in the news. So that part of the legislation by itself is a tremendous benefit to allow us to really be able to help families here in Florida. So with that, I would like to again thank Mr. Patronis and the state government for all that they did to provide this legislation for us, and I will hand it back over to Mr. Patronis. Thank you.
Appreciate you. 30 years I was in the restaurant business, and there's one thing I've always looked at the end of the night when I'd look at the sales tax that we would remit back to the state. And I'm a big believer, and always have been since I've been in Tallahassee. I'm now on my 16th year in Tallahassee, and I'm a big believer that the citizens of the state of Florida spend their money better than Tallahassee does. So again, $612 million is waiting. All you have to do is simply apply for it. I looked at that sign all during the speech, and it says over there, made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. That's exactly what this is about. This is partnering with our Florida manufacturers in order to diversify our economy to help the Florida homeowner. God bless y'all all, and we'll be glad to take any questions.
How will this program help the ongoing property insurance crisis in the state of Florida?
Sure. So the biggest win that will come from this program will be the windstorm mitigation kicker that comes to it. So as you harden your home, you replace your windows and doors with impact resistant. And this particular program is retrofitting. So if you've got an older home, maybe in the case of my house was built in 1990. If you got a home that was built with different building codes, this will give you incentive to put those impact resistant windows, doors, and garage doors in place. Then again, a windstorm mitigation inspection will be required in order to maximize your savings. We're going to give you sales tax. We're going to give you dollars to help offset your expenses, out-of-pocket expenses with those improvements. But then once you do that mitigation inspection, and that inspector goes up in your roof, verifies hurricane clips in place, verifies the types of nails that were used in order to install your roof, once that certified report is presented to your insurance carrier, a discount by Florida statute is required if the improvements exceeded what was already on file with your insurance carrier.
So the program officially starts July 1st, but if people are interested starting today, can they go online and apply? How does this work?
So with the special session that took place, the $150 million for assisting in the dollars of purchase of those capital improvements, that program will be live July 1. It's literally being put together. You can visit preparefl.com in order to get more information regarding that program. But right now, it's like Jeff was saying, there's people calling him. One of the reasons why I got excited about this when I was talking to Jeff, you know what? Jeff's motivated. I was watching news this morning, and I'm seeing an advertisement for PGT. Well, I said, you know what? I know that new ad now is going to talk about the savings that the state of Florida is going to be. So Jeff's going to be empowered. His installers are going to be empowered. Contractors are going to be empowered. Realtors are going to be empowered. You think of all these other parties that live in the construction industry or are affiliated with it. Now they're going to be motivated to get out there and educate the Florida consumer also, in addition to the insurance companies and in addition to the insurance carriers, in addition to my office. Thank you for that question.
Once that money runs out, does that program end, or does it continue?
So I hope it runs out. I hope every single cent of it runs out. I think part of the reason why the initial $462 million worth of sales tax rebates had a 2-year window on it, because we weren't sure how quick we could get it moving. So as that program goes live July 1, if the citizens of the state of Florida blow it out, and a quick point to note, this is not for commercial applications. This is for residential, not made for investment properties. We're trying to take care of the Florida homesteaded homeowner in the state of Florida. And if the program goes very well and we see those type of changes, then the arguments will be made in Tallahassee to extend it, enhance it, or expand it. Thanks for that question. Anybody else? Well, it's great to have y'all here. Thanks so much. Turn up the volume. This is a great program in order to get your dollars back in your pocket. Again, thanks to the governor, Florida legislature, and all the folks here at PGT for allowing this to take place today. Great facility. If they'll let you inside, you should go take a tour. It's very impressive. Anyway, God bless. Thank you. Thanks, brother. Well done. Thank y'all. Sure. Thank you all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
We're gonna get our photo.
Yep.
This thing
We're gonna move out of the way so you can
Yep.
get it right